Hello everyone, welcome to the Stealing Insight YouTube channel. So today we'll be dealing with pivot table. Now pivot table is a powerful data analysis tool that is commonly used in Microsoft Excel or Google Sheet, and it allows us to summarize, analyze, explore, sort, filter, drill down data to be arranged in a structured manner. So as I've mentioned earlier, that it's used for summarization, filtering, sorting, and other things. This is just an example of a data. Now I want to use the pivot table to bring about summarization of this to bring insight as swift as possible. So just click anywhere in the cell, and what is done, once that is done, you click on the insert icon on the ribbon is clicked, then you go to the pivot. From the pivot you go to from table. So you realize that immediately we click and it brought up this pop-up. All of the old content has been highlighted. You can see the dotted line that is highlighting it. So this has actually captured the whole cell. Now it's asking us the next question. Do you want to open it in a new worksheet or in an existing worksheet? So I will prefer a new worksheet. So once that is what you want, you just come here to click OK. So it automatically open a new worksheet, which is this. Now the new worksheet that is being opened, all that you need for the new worksheet that is being opened is that you now need to create a row and a column. If you check this data, you realize that the salesperson that is here is actually the main thing that determines every other thing. The salesperson are the people that we are going to be analyzing with respect to other parameters. So the salesperson will be here. Once you click on this, it takes the person to the row. Now the salespersons in that organizations are just three: Alex, Jamie, and Jordan. So you can see how swift this has helped us to filter that, and we've gotten the number of salespersons that are actually present in the organization. So the next thing to do after this is for us to take, let's assume we want to check the sales by region. We need to take this region that we are talking about to the column area. No, this region now is giving us east, north, southwest as the regions that were mentioned. Sorry, south and the west as the region that were mentioned. Now we already have the salesperson, we already have the regions. So we want to know the sales among them. So we'll pick up sales and put it in the value column. Now immediately we put the sales in the value column, you can see that the region, the sum total, and the salesperson. So it means Alex in the east sold this amount of items, and this for Alex in the north, south, and west, and that's all. So what we're saying in essence here is that we can easily get the data and have it in this manner. Another thing that I want to show us that we can easily filter this. If we want to filter by the product, we put that product in the filter column. Now look at this that it populated. It means these are all the products. We have the accessories, the laptop, the smartphone. Here you can see this that select multiple items. I'll click on that. Now it has opened it up. Then I can open this. So let me just pick for accessories. So it means it was only Alex and Jordan that sold the combination of those two things. And some Alex sold in the east, while Jordan sold east in the west. We can as well bring up another kind of IT resource. Sorry, another kind of details. So let's pick on the smart laptop. Now the laptop also gave us this, and if we try to make sure that it is true in order to have it. Now Alex, Jamie and Jordan actually worked on the theory. So that's the basic or introductory aspect of this pivot table. You can just use it to analyze data as swift as possible. Now we can easily decide that we want to eliminate what is being filtered here by throwing it away. You can see that that icon is left. We can throw this away as well. And for the region, we can decide to check the unit sold for the region. This is the unit sold, sum of units sold for each of the region. Now, the price per unit for each of the region, just by changing the click of the mouse, then we get this. So the next thing now is how to do calculations using the same pivot table. So one of the things that I want us to do now is I will include some of those things that have been utilized previously. Let me impute the region to be in the column section, right? Then the next thing, the total sales. So the total sales is the value that is given us with respect to the region. And when you look at this, you can as well include the date of the transaction. You can as well include date. Now, by the time you include dates and it collapses this, you can see the breakdown of what cumulated to the amounts that were given. So that's what cumulated to that amount. Then, so by the time we collapse this, you also observe that when I clicked out, the pivot table section at the right hand side had left. If you want to bring it back, just click on the pivot table itself. Next thing to do is that we want to check the average sales based on region. We want to know the average sales based on that region. So what we're going to do is, so we're going to copy the total sales and put in the value column. Now you observe we're already having two total sales. So at this point, you need to locate the second, which is this. Then on this second one, you can just select the arrow, which is this arrow down here. Then you come to the value field settings. Under the value field settings, you can have options for summarization that you can pick up. You have options for summarization. Now, one of the options is average. So by the time you click on average, you see that it has changed this from total sales to average of total sales. Average of total sales. So that speaks to that. Another thing that we can use the calculation for is that We can use it to understand the units sold for total and average unit. With this, we are able to use all of the data in our disposal to bring about the pivot table. So, as I was saying, I just tried to bring up the data all over again. Now we've calculated for the average of the total sales. We've calculated for the sum of the total sales. As well do other calculations like the maximum, the minimum product. And we can use the product as well. Thank you for choosing the Sterling Insight. Thank you for listening. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, pivot table will ease your job by you working with it severally. Thank you. Bye-bye.